guys, welcome back to another pick a card / pick a flower reading. Today we're going to be doing a comforting messages for your situation reading. I wanted to do this because I feel like life is hard, so we could probably all use a little pep talk and some advice from spirit. So these are your 3 selections. We have 3 different flowers you can choose from. Go with the choice that's calling out to you the most. Feel free to pause the video and take as much time as you need to feel into it. So without further ado, I'll see you at your reading. Guys, welcome to your reading. If you selected this flower right here, we're going to go ahead and get started right away. We are going to look into the current energies, what you may be going through, experiencing right here, right now. Let's see. I'm seeing that this looks like a very active time for you. I feel like a lot has been going on. You could be getting a lot of messages. You could be talking to a lot of people. You look to be a very self-sufficient person, very responsible. You look really well taken care of. Your surroundings are looking good. You know, like in the material sense, in the financial sense, things are looking actually pretty nice for you. You just look like you're 100% taken care of, like on the material front. It looks like you've definitely built something up, put in the work, and you're kind of able to just sit back and enjoy it, you know, like enjoy the fruits of your labor. It seems that it's harvest time for you. I'm feeling like you're feeling really good about yourself, about what you've built up, about your surroundings, and other people are noticing you too, and noticing, you know, how successful you are, how beautiful or handsome you're looking, your nice clothes, your surroundings, your nice house. You know, it just seems like you have just a lot of success in the material world, and you're just looking really good, really attractive. So this is causing a lot of people to want to talk to you, ask you out, message you, be with you, have fun with you. Be careful about these energies. I'm not like too convinced about these energies. They seem to be very wishy-washy, immature. People may be only noticing like your material successes and your worth like on a material level, and maybe this could potentially be attracting not the best kinds of people. So just be aware of that. It looks like these people, you know, are here for a good time, not a long time. It looks like they want to be in and out. Like maybe they just want to be associated with you in some way, attach themselves somehow to your success. You're looking very attractive and very successful and very abundant, you know, like very stable. So a lot of people could be trying to come through and try to benefit off of that in some way. Like it's looking very attractive, and it looks like these people that are coming towards you, like they're very impulsive and potentially being driven by the wrong things. A lot of these people could also want like a sexual relationship with you. Again, very like superficial. From what I can see here, it doesn't seem that it's anything beyond that, you know, anything beyond physical. They just see success, abundance, a stable, solid person that seems to have it all together. And it seems to be that that's what's attracting them to you. So, you know, just be aware of that before you engage with any of these people or allow these people into your space. So just be very discerning, because these people and these messages, it just seems super like I said, kind of like wishy-washy, superficial, immature. Like I feel like you definitely put in the work. Like all of this that you have, it's based off of your own effort. So don't let anyone come in and try to like knock you off balance or bring any type of like destruction energy to you. Especially like don't trust these people. Watch what you say, because these seem to be like the type of people that may gossip a lot. Clout chaser. I'm thinking like a clout chaser. Like this person or these people seem to just like want the attention, want to be associated with you and with your success, or want to benefit off of it somehow. And maybe they're, like they could be very sexy, very appealing people too, like fun people, adventurous people, be promising you a fun time, a good time, but I don't know. They might be very persistent, messaging you all the time, calling you, trying to get you to come out, get you to party. I don't know. Like maybe they're trying to catch you kind of slipping a little bit. I don't know. Because you seem to be like super solid person, very responsible. And these people seem to be like more like party animals. So it could be that they want to get you to party and they want to see you kind of like lose control in a way. So just be careful with these energies and these people's intentions and motives. They may also be trying to like, I don't know, like get you out and tell you like, it's okay, live a little, let go, like, I got you, you can trust me. And I wouldn't say that you can actually trust these people. And for some reason, I'm even getting like, if you get like really drunk or something, or you're feeling very comfortable and you're dancing or having like a good time, like that they could be the type of person to like record it and then, I don't know, like try to use it against you to like show people. So yeah, like definitely be very discerning and don't give in to these energies, because it can seem very appealing, very attractive. You could be, like tempted to want to engage and to want to hang out with these people and to want to party or something like this. But Spirit is just making it very clear to me that you do need to have like, like just keep your wits about you, be very discerning. Just a little warning there for some of you guys. You don't want to like get mixed in with the wrong crowd, It may seem like they have your back, but I'm not so sure here that that's actually the truth. And even if it's like not intentional, like some of these people, they're not intentionally trying to like hurt you or anything like that. It could just be like it's their energy. Like they just have like this chaotic energy, that they're disruptive people and disruptive things happen around them. So it's kind of like just be careful, because if something happens to this person or these people and you're with them, then it's affecting you too, and you don't want to take on other people's energies or karma. So Spirit is just kind of giving you like a little warning, like be careful, really be discerning with who you go out with and share your energy and your time with, because it really does seem that you have so many messages and so many options, and it seems to be very active, like a very active area in your life. So again, just be careful, because I think that there are people that actually really do love you and care for you and want to be there for you and want to see you do good and want to see you succeed. These people here, like this energy I'm seeing here, it is very attractive and it is very appealing. So it's kind of like understandable, like why you would want to go out or be tempted to go out with these people. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing for current energies. So we're going to go ahead and move on now to what is the advice from Spirit in this situation. What comforting words does Spirit want to give you right now to help you navigate through this? It could also be that you've already been engaging with these people because maybe you feel like you deserve it, like you deserve to have fun, you've already worked, you're taken care of, like, your stability and your basic survival needs are being met. So it's like, I have the time to have a good time. Like, what's so wrong about that? But there is something about this that is very draining and seems very burdensome. Maybe that you need to kind of step back, take a break, but it's almost like a habit. Like it's almost like if somebody calls you and says, hey, we have plans, we're going here. It's almost like you just can't say no at this point, even though you know that you should. And so that's why Spirit is telling you that you do need to exercise like this strength, this internal strength to be able to say no, because you know that it's for the best. I feel like you're feeling the pull and the call to like chill and to kind of like stop these bad habits, but it's just been like hard for you to actually follow through with that internal gut feeling that you have that this isn't good for you, that this is actually very draining, very burdensome. In some way, it's very taxing to you. So like too much of a bad thing can eventually like blow up and lead to something bigger. So spirit just like wants you to know that you don't want to continue to like build momentum in the wrong direction. But just take it how it resonates for you. It could be drugs, it could be alcohol, it could be, you know, just being like a disruptive energy, like a low vibrational, immature type of like in and out type of an energy. Or maybe it's like you want to cause havoc, or you're being a nuisance or something like this. And spirit is like, calm it down, because you could potentially be creating like some type of a bigger problem for you. Like something could potentially blow up in your face because of these actions or because of these behaviors or whatever it is that you're engaging in. It could result in some type of like a blow up. So I think mostly what spirit is trying to convey to you is like, yes, you need to exercise a little bit of self-control here, tame that inner beast, and really like get to the bottom of this, you know, because I feel like when you engage in these types of behaviors, it's because like you love the thrill, you know, you love the thrill, you love the adventure, you just love that feeling, right? Like that passion, energy. But the reason why I think it's being shown to me that it's going to result in like a tower moment and like this big blow up or something like this is because spirit is trying to lead you towards the path that is going to satisfy that unmet need that you have for passion, you know? It's like you have this unmet need, and the way you're going about trying to fulfill it is actually destructive to you in some way. And it's possible for you to meet this need, this passion need, in a higher vibrational way. It's like you're falling into the trap of trying to find that need outside of you. You're trying to fulfill that need through external means, and that's never it. That's never the answer. You need to kind of like build this fire up inside of yourself and find something like that you're really passionate about, or not even find something, just naturally allow yourself to align to it, to align to something that it's like, it's going to fulfill that passion need, because it's going to make you feel alive inside to engage with something that brings you meaning and purpose. And when you're aligned to your dharma, your purpose, your spiritual duties, what you came here to fulfill, it fuels you, you know, it fuels you, and it makes you feel alive, and you're generating that passion energy, and you're meeting those passion needs that you have internally versus trying to find it externally through external means. You're building up that fire from within instead of standing next to a fire. So yes, there's a need for you to feel like passion and adventure and thrill and fun and all of this, right? To feel like that high. But that's never going to come from external things. You'll be searching your whole life, you know, and you'll destroy yourself in the process. Spirit wants you to connect to your purpose from a very pure and authentic space, because it seems that you may be giving into impulses that may be leading you astray, that are causing you to feel these feelings of craving and longing and yearning. And those types of energies are red flags, because once you've reached the peak and realize that that peak can't be experienced forever and that it'll never be satisfying for you in the long term, that's what can leave you feeling empty. You need to learn how to fulfill these needs from within by working together with spirit to get you on your path. And the way that you do this is by meditating, quieting the mind, having a reflection practice, doing breath work, and asking spirit, asking for help, asking for guidance. Spirit is there, ready and willing to guide you, okay? This is what's going to help you feel alive from the inside and give you a sense of responsibility. This is a healthier way to channel this passion energy. Because remember, desires will lie to you. They will tell you that once you have this or once you do this thing, you're going to be complete. But then it becomes clear that that is not the truth. Then you crash probably and you feel worse than you did before. And then it's back to sadness, back to feeling defeated. But yet you keep going back because you've formed these attachments, and then these very attachments is what becomes your source of anger and disappointment. So when you learn how to connect to this passion energy in a high vibrational way, it'll never go out. It'll never go away. It's the essence of our being. It doesn't need anything external to keep it going. It's always there. Connecting with spirit can also feel intoxicating. It's a letting go rather than obtaining something. Our attachments are what causes this heaviness, this burden, this anxiousness, and this defensiveness. We need to learn how to break free from the chains that hold us prisoner so that we can become whole. It's nothing that needs to be sought outside of us. So the point is to detach from your desires, because your desires are of your ego's identity, which sees itself as separate to all that is, which is why you can't identify that you are already this feeling that you seek and yearn for. It's all around you. It's just going to require a shift in perspective, and connecting with spirit is what's going to get you through. So you need to commit to a spiritual practice. This is so important. One that's going to involve the calming of your mind, that's going to create this stillness, that's going to make room for this truth to truly penetrate you so that you can really merge with spirit and surrender and trust that you will be aligned with whatever it is that you're meant to do and whatever it is that you're meant to carry out in this life. Whatever your responsibility is. Stop giving into this passion, desire energy. You need to free yourself from destructive impulses and learn how to meet this need from within. Because currently I'm seeing you go about it more lower vibrationally, more impulsively, where you don't have a lot of control. And that's only going to lead to more destructive patterns and destructive tendencies and situations. And, you'll be perpetuating just chaos in your life until you're able to make this distinction and truly recognize this and move different, choose different for yourself. And it is going to take a lot of willpower, but you can absolutely do it. Spirit is saying, look at everything you've accomplished so far. Look how successful you are. Look how self-efficient you are. When you really choose to commit yourself to something, you get it done and you're successful. So it's just a matter of you choosing to commit yourself to this and choosing to take this road and to move away from these energies, these destructive tendencies or people or situations just all together, because at the end of the day, everything is connected. So if you're feeling like your life is chaotic, you're probably feeling it on multiple different levels. I keep thinking about this man. I think he's a musician. I was watching an interview and his name is Maynard James Keaton. And he was talking about psychedelics. And the reason why I'm thinking of this is because we have the Seven of Cups here, and this is Neptune energy. And a lot of this has to do with psychedelics and altering your reality. So something about altering your reality is being shown to me here. And basically what he was saying is that people usually experience with psychedelics having no frame of reference, having no preparation about what's about to happen. So you kind of experience these really spiritual things that seem otherworldly, and you're being exposed to what could be really cool new perspectives and be spiritually enlightened in some way, but it all kind of goes over your head because you don't have the frame of reference, because you don't know what's actually going on. And he was saying like it's such a waste, because these things could be so helpful to see things in a different way, to have these new ideas and new perspectives, to understand things better, like how everything is interconnected. But instead, what happens is they think like, oh, I need to do that again. Like I need that drug again to feel that experience again. And it's like you missed an opportunity. And so he was saying like, he thinks that you just need to do it one time. And like he's saying like one time is all you need so that you can see like what's possible. And then you should focus on reaching that same high or that same experience, but just this time without the drugs. Because again, it's like what we're talking about. It's possible. You can do it from within. But instead, you look externally to something else to fulfill this need. So it's like you feel this high, and this could be with anything. This could be like with what we were discussing before, or it could be with psychedelics. This could be with anything. But you keep going back to the external thing that you think is causing this high, or that you think is going to fulfill this need. But really, it's a trap, and that's never the answer. So yeah, I think like you're trying to find like the real thing. You're trying to find like what's going to elevate you, what's going to get you closer to this peak that you're looking for. And the answer is you, yourself. It needs to come from within. It needs to be an internal fire that you're being fueled by, an internal sense of purpose, truth, authenticity, and direction. And you do this by aligning to your purpose. And the first step is first to identify this issue and be strong enough to make the change. Making changes is very difficult once you're used to something, once you're in a habit, in a pattern, in a loop. But you don't want to loop forever. So it's important for you to gain that, resilience and that strength, that internal strength to say no. We're choosing to move different. We're making different choices. And slow down, slow down. Whatever it is that you're engaging in, Spirit is really telling you it's time to step away from it. It's time to take a break. It's time to slow down. It's time to generate that feeling from within. They want you to really find clarity, and be grounded, be centered, stick to a spiritual practice, meditate, empty the mind, create stillness, and laying off whatever it is that you're engaging with, that you are, that you connect to, like this passion energy that you're looking for. They want you to retreat from it, take a break, step back, and it's going to help you align better to your truth and to your purpose, so that you can learn how to meet those passionate needs all on your own, with nothing outside of yourself, nothing external helping you get there. Okay, so let's see then, what is the last piece of advice Spirit would like to leave you with. I'm going to pull an oracle card to see what Spirit would like to convey to you, what they would like to leave you with. We got Inanna, believe in yourself. Inanna, yeah, I said it right. But yeah, it's Inanna with believe in yourself. So yeah, this is a card all about letting your self-doubt fall away, knowing that you can do it, that you are capable, because maybe, you get the gut feeling, like you know what you have to do, but you feel like you can't, or it's bigger than you, or you feel like it's not possible. And Spirit wants you to not ignore these gut feelings. They want you to quiet down your inner critical voice and to believe in yourself. They want you to let go of every belief that says that you're unworthy or incapable, because these types of energies suppresses, your creative desires. And this is what you need. You need to have this creativity to know how to fulfill that desire need, that passion need that you have that it seems to be unmet. It's going to be fulfilled through creativity. And as long as you keep not giving to this part of yourself, your creativity is going to stay stunted and suppressed. And you're just going to always feel sad. And that's what's going to make you continue to reach for something external to kind of lift you up. But that's not the remedy here. You have like a deep need to share your light. It's part of your purpose here in this world. So yeah, again, take the time to say positive affirmations so that you can reprogram any like negative or self-critical thoughts that you may have. I always recommend the book Mirror Work by Louise Hay to do that. It's just a book that I frequently revisit and that was really effective for me in like rewiring harmful core beliefs. It does a good job at helping you identify what those may be and then creating a practice that will help you to rewire those. So I recommend that. Maybe you want to commit to that. It's like a 21-day challenge type of book. You know, it's you do a meditation, you say your affirmations, you journal. It's like a 21-day thing. So maybe you want to start with that to help you take these daily actions in the right direction. It could also be that shamanic journeying will benefit you. So we did talk a little bit about psychedelics. So maybe if that's not something that you are kind of like addicted to, maybe doing that wouldn't help. But of course, go to someone that knows what they're doing, that you can truly trust, okay? Be very discerning when it comes to those things. Because personally, I've heard a lot of mixed things. So, you know, do your due diligence, do your research and all of that, like before you partake, would be my advice. But yes, this is the time to ground, to practice breath work, to meditate, to help calm your mind, to help reprogram your mind, rewire your brain so that you can have a different self-image and to let your creativity unleash. You're building up that natural fire from within, and you'll never need to look externally again to fulfill those needs. And that is true success, and that is true freedom. Okay, that was your message. I truly hope that you got what you needed from this. Remember, I do offer personal readings as well. If you would like to dive deeper into your specific situation, I'd be more than happy to work with you. I will leave my email in the description of this video in case you'd like to reach out for more information. Wishing you all the best. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye. Hey guys, welcome to your reading. If you selected these flowers right here, we are going to go ahead and get started right away with current energies. What might you be experiencing currently at this time? Okay, so current energies. Let's take a look at what we have here. So I think right now you're going through a situation or a point in your life where you're really like getting some big like epiphany, you know, like something is just becoming really clear to you. It's like a siren going off, and it just feels like you've awakened to something pretty big, where there is a call to action that you need to take. There is a decision that needs to be made here, like some type of change that needs to happen, some type of change in, you know, your direction, a perspective shift. It could be that maybe you were expecting something. I'm getting that you had a connection, you know, a very pure, genuine connection. It could be with a sibling, a family member, someone that you've known since childhood, where you might have had plans with this person to pursue something, maybe to study together or to learn something, to travel, to go abroad. You know, you guys probably had planned to have a really good time, to explore. Yes, I am getting like travel, or to like reach some type of accomplishment together, and it just feels like you thought that it was a perfect situation, it was a perfect match. It was like, like you and your best friend or your cousin or your sibling, something like this, someone that you've been very close to, someone that you have a really honest and pure relationship with, like you were going to embark on some kind of a journey with this person, and it was something that made you excited and happy because you feel really comfortable with this person, and it just felt so right, so perfect, and you were really looking forward to it. But it's possible that it didn't actually go through, like something happened where the situation had to change, or maybe there was like some financial difficulties that prevented this from actually happening, and it put you in a position to have to like rethink things, like rethink your life or rethink what you were going to do, what you were going to invest in. Like you just have to have a shift in plans, and it was going to drastically change your life. It was like you were expecting a certain scenario, a certain situation, and it seemed that you were very excited about it, but it didn't end up happening for whatever reason. Maybe there was a fallout, or again, financial difficulties could be what happened here, or there wasn't any more space, or someone's like traveling passport or visa didn't go through. It's something like this where something just didn't work out, it didn't go through, and now there has to be like a big readjustment in plans, and what you thought you were going to do, or what you thought your life was going to look like for a certain period of time, is no longer the case. Things have changed, and now you're seeing that you have to like walk away from these plans that you had and try to do something else. Like there is a letting go that has to happen here, and it's just like maybe it was out of your control, maybe you didn't want to let go, but it just feels like it's outside of your control, and it just feels like there's nothing you can do. Like it's like, I don't want to leave, but I have no other choice. I have to go. Apparently, I have to go. Apparently, this isn't an option for me anymore. But as you know, everything always happens for a reason. So even things that seem like a bummer, a downer, bad luck, those things that come unexpectedly, and it just feels like it came to like disturb our lives and mess up our plans, it's always for a reason. There's a higher purpose behind it. Maybe the door is opening for you to have an even better experience, an experience where you're going to learn even more, become even more skilled at something, become even more successful at something. I'm also getting that it's possible too that you need to like go on a solo journey. Like you need to go and do something by yourself. It could be that you were relying too much on like being together with your friends and, being in your comfort zone. And maybe you're being called to embark on a solo journey and to really have that self-trust to know that you can do this, that you can be successful, that you can take this road by yourself, and that it can be okay. Even if it seems like, oh my gosh, this is boring, I don't want to be by myself. It was so much funner to think of me and my friends, or these people that seem really close and really dear to you. Like it's just such a bummer because you were like, we were supposed to do this, it was supposed to be so fun, it was supposed to be amazing. And I see that you might have been very comfortable with this person or these people, and so that made it even more compelling and attractive. But I do see that spirit is really stepping in here. Like whatever is happening that is causing you to have to like change your plans, go on the solo journey, it is definitely the divine stepping in. It is divine intervention, and your job is just to trust. I know that you might not be happy about the situation, or you feel like really let down, you feel like a sense of rejection, but trust in spirit, trust in the divine. There is a greater intelligence that knows so much more than we do. This intelligence can see the bigger picture that we can't see. So it's our job to trust in the divine, to trust in that perfection, and to trust in the unfolding of events, even if it seems undesirable and like not what you were anticipating and not what you were wanting. I feel like Spirit is guiding you towards a path that's going to have an even more potent outcome for you. Okay, so if that's resonating so far, let's see what is Spirit's advice for this situation. What does Spirit have to say in regards to the situation and how you can navigate it in the best way? Oh man, so much cards came out. And when this happens, I usually do take the ones that flipped over, and so many flipped over. So I think I'm going to honor that, and I'm going to take them because apparently Spirit wants to have a little talk, which is why we're here. It's exactly what we're here for. So let's do it. So let's see. And then there are also these cards. I'm just going to hold them in my hands for now. Okay. So yes, like I was saying, this is an opportunity for you to become wiser, for you to become independent. It's kind of like cutting the cord. I feel like maybe you're really used to being with these people or this person, and maybe it's like you kind of hide behind them a little bit. Maybe it's your comfort zone. So it's like, you know what they say, if you don't step out of your comfort zone, you don't give yourself that opportunity to grow, to learn, to do something. If it's never like necessary, if it's never needed, then you're never gonna do it. So it's like Spirit had to put this blockage in place to put you on a path where you could be kind of independent, self-sufficient, where you can learn how to provide for yourself, make your own decisions, maybe grow up a little bit, mature a little bit, and just detach a little bit from these people that you were so close with and so connected to that you feel like you have to move away from. I know you can't see it now, and it's all so confusing now, and maybe you just don't know why this is happening, and you feel lost, now that you have to do something different than what you were expecting to do. Maybe you thought like you could always kind of be with these people because they help you make decisions, or they look out for you, they support you in a certain type of a way. And so maybe there were things that you never really had to worry about because these people just took care of it. But Spirit wants you to become wise, to learn how to use your logic, to learn how to set boundaries, to become self-assured in your knowledge, in your knowingness, to be able to make wise decisions, to be a great critical thinker, to be precise, observant. This is like what is in the cards for you. This is the path you need to go down. And you have to trust that Spirit is making you go down this path because something in your future is going to need you to have developed these qualities in order for you to be able to take something on in your future. So this is Spirit like preparing you for what's ahead. There might be an opportunity for you to go get like a high education or a continued education, or to just, become really proficient in your knowledge about something so that your thinking can become like very intelligent, very analytical, so that you can learn how to be like a problem solver, and maybe even like a very independent, self-disciplined, and astute person. So Spirit is asking you to step back from your emotions at this time. I know you're so sad and sensitive with the way things have turned out, but Spirit is asking you to please see things from the bigger picture, to please trust them. They want you to step out from behind your mask and to find your mental clarity. They want you to develop this strong will, and they want to reassure you that you are going to find the light after the dark, and you will see the reason for all of this. It'll become clear. I know right now you're confused. You're like, what is going on? Why is this happening? But it's all going to become clear. You'll get that like aha moment. Now I get it. It makes sense. It all makes sense. Spirit never lets us down. I feel like you may have been too reliant on these people, and it was going to stunt your ability to be super independent and to be like this potent lie detector that you have the power of being. You need to develop these traits. Maybe you're going to school to study law and you're going to be a lawyer, and like this is what's going to help you be like that really potent lawyer, you know, or whatever it is, like whatever it is that you're studying or you're embarking on, whatever it is, or even if you're just stepping into a new phase of life, Spirit is giving you the opportunity to cultivate this, to become independent, because maybe you also felt like too codependent on these people, where you wouldn't go and do something unless someone was there with you, you know, like, no, I guess I'm not going to go to the gym by myself, or no, I'm not going to go food shopping if it's alone, or no, I'm not going to go for that walk or to the beach alone. Like maybe you had like a codependency on these people and you relied on them in some way that may have been unhealthy and may have stunted your own development in some way. And Spirit is trying to help you out to prevent that from happening. So I'm definitely seeing that this is an opportunity for you to have an entirely new beginning, one that you had no idea, you know, was possible, one that came out of nowhere. You weren't expecting this at all. It is coming through with like a painful ending. I know that this is difficult for you. I know that you don't want to accept this. Your guard is up. You're like, no, this is not what's for the best, because you can't see. And you're not supposed to be able to see the bigger picture. It's not your job to. It's your job to trust. And Spirit is saying, trust. We're here. We never left you. This is all happening for a reason. I promise you are going to get clarity about this. But for now, you just have to trust that this is for the best. So they want you to be as positive as possible going into this. I feel like maybe you don't feel that you're ready. Maybe you feel like you're too inexperienced. So you feel like scared, you know. But this situation is going to bring an entirely new side out of you. I feel like you're going to completely transform. You're going to become just wiser. And also you might become like very psychic too. Like, I don't know, like you might be able to like be so good at analyzing things and observing things and using your mind that you're going to be able to like pick things up, like things that are super subtle underneath the surface, things that run deep, that are unspoken. It's like you're just gonna know. It's like you're cultivating this like superpower or something. Like you're cultivating this inner knowingness, this ability to just be able to pick up on things and to know things, to feel energies, to feel vibes, to read people. And I feel like you're really going to surprise yourself with the person that you're going to become. And you're definitely going to like use this for work. It's like going to be this skill that is going to make you very successful in work. I see that it's possible that you're going to be very financially successful. You're going to have a business or have like a really high position in work, in your career, and whatever it is that you're pursuing and whatever it is that you're studying, or you're going to get like a really good contract or something. But it is like a cultivation, you know, like it is something that is going to take time, that you're going to build up, that you're definitely going to put a lot of effort into, a lot of work into. But this experience is like going to make you very successful. It's like you're going to climb that mountain slow and steady, very diligently. And no matter how long it takes, you're just continuing to climb to the top. And you're really going to reach like a material peak in providing whatever it is that you are cultivating here. It's definitely a skill that you are cultivating. It could be psychology, it could be law, a detective maybe, I don't know. It could be anything, but it's definitely something where you're going to like have a tremendous skill and you're going to be like very wanted. Like people are definitely going to value you and your skills and what you bring to the table, and they're going to see like your expertise and they're going to want you. So you are going to land like some major job opportunity or like a really good deal, like a good contract where you might like be set financially, or you might just have like a very successful career by going down this path. So Spirit really wants you to shift perspectives. I know it's hard, and they're acknowledging it's hard, and they're saying it's okay, feel your feels. You're a sensitive person. We know that, and we know that you're upset, and we know you're sad, and we're not here to let you down. We love you. We are with you. You are not alone. This isn't like by chance. This didn't just happen by chance. This isn't like bad luck. This happened very deliberately, on purpose. Spirit is looking out for you. They want the best for you, and apparently this is it. So they're just asking for your trust. They want you to be courageous, to be strong, to know that you have everything you need right here, right now, to make this happen, to be successful. This is a real solid opportunity that is being given to you, that is being presented to you. Even if you can't see it yet, it is. And it is probably going to require a lot of work, a lot of dedication and effort, but you have what it takes. You absolutely do. And I think you are like the last to know. It's like Spirit is like so confident with you. They know you can do this, and maybe you're the one that's like, no, I can't. This is too much. I can't do this. No, no, no. But yes, you can. You are so much stronger than you think. And Spirit wants you to do this so that you can prove this to yourself, so that you can see how capable you are, so that you can gain this confidence to see like how powerful you really are. Because maybe you like to hide behind people because you don't see your power. You don't see your own ability, and Spirit needs you to see it so that you can fully step into your role potently and boldly. They want to give you that reassurance that you will be successful. And if you lack confidence right now in being discerning and being good at decision making, this is what like is going to be cultivated. This is what is going to be built. I feel like your mind is really going to be built here, where you're going to be able to pick up patterns and be very analytical and just be a great thinker and a great problem solver, or be a great communicator. I don't know, I just see you being a very potent person, very intelligent, extremely intelligent, reaching high levels in career and education and expertise and knowledge and ability. But it is going to take you having to go down this path alone, independently. And that's the part that could probably scare you, or the part that you don't like. But just know that you can do it. And Spirit is also saying that this was the only way. Like they're saying this was the only way because any other way you wouldn't have like done it like this. Like you wouldn't have faced whatever this is, or like you would have never chosen this on your own. So it's like Spirit is saying this was the only way. Okay, so we are going to pull an oracle card now as a last piece of advice from Spirit. Any last messages they'd like to convey to you at this time? Again, some fell. We have a Lilith, face your shadow. We have Bridget, you are a healer, and Sedna, there is always enough. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have Inanna with believe in yourself. So yeah, the Lilith, face your shadow. It's kind of like what Spirit just mentioned, that this was the only way that you were going to face this, that you were going to be able to overcome some type of limitation that you have. And then we have Bridget, you are a healer. Yeah, I was picking up on that, right? Like you being able to, I don't know, like feel energy or pick up on things. Like maybe you're like really psychic or something, or that's going to open up for you in some way. This is like in your bones, you know, like you have a past life where you could have been like a very potent healer, and it's being carried over to you now. And it's just like part of your mission, part of your duty to utilize those skills, to wake them back up and to utilize them, because so many can probably benefit from whatever it is that you are embarking on. Yeah, I feel like a very potent presence with you. I don't know, like you're going to do something amazing. You're going to do something great. You are just at the start now. This was totally unexpected, I know, but this is going to make like a real man or woman out of you. Like this is going to make you solid. This is going to build your confidence, your skill. You're going to be like really potent at something. And it could have to do like with healing work as well. This card could also be an indication that this energy is here to take you across the threshold. Like I said, like it's a reinitiation into your ancient healing powers. You may carry tools, remedies, and skills that were earned during other previous incarnations, and you have this healing energy embedded in you. It's like part of your soul purpose. You have the ability, or you're going to have the ability, to call people up into their highest expression. This card is also indicating that you might be really scared right now. You might be really afraid. But Spirit wants to assure you that it's safe. It's safe now, and the world needs you and your gifts. And your existence is here to facilitate this deep healing for yourself and for the earth and for other beings. So they really want you to be optimistic, to stay positive, and to cross the threshold, to cross this gateway. This is an opening for you. So walk through this open door with positive expectations. And yeah, I feel like you might have like scarcity mindset sometimes, like maybe you're afraid that you're not enough. Maybe you don't believe in yourself enough. You don't have confidence. You don't have self-esteem. You don't think you can do it. And this card, the Sedna card here, is telling us that there's always enough. Believe in yourself. Trust in yourself. You can do this. You'll see. You're going to prove it to yourself. Let go of lack mentality, of scarcity mindset, thinking that you're unlucky, thinking that you can't possibly do this on your own, or that you just can't do this, period. You don't have what it takes. That is not true. You are so powerful, and it's like it's being hidden behind your fears and your shadows and these negative beliefs that you may have about yourself. So you have to break through that, break through your shadows. There's a Carl Jung quote that I'm thinking about, and it's, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate." And another one of his quotes is, "The most intense conflicts, if overcome, leave behind a sense of security and calm that is not easily disturbed." So yes, this is an opportunity for you to go beyond this mask that you wear in relation to the world, in relation to others, through what was ingrained within you, how you were raised, your belief system, your core beliefs about yourself, about the world, that created your whole perspective, your whole outlook, that influences who you are as a person and how you show up and how you express yourself. It's time for you to really dig deep and find who you truly are, because who you truly are is potent, is so powerful, and Spirit just wants to pull it out of you so that you can come and express yourself and face the world in your authenticity, with your authentic expression, and not this, subdued, self-conscious version of yourself that doesn't see your power and doesn't see your capabilities. They need you to see this, to step into this, because you clearly have a strong role to play here, a strong influence to make. Okay, that's beautiful. It was an absolute pleasure to read these cards for you. I do offer personal readings. If you would like to dive deeper into your specific situation, you can go ahead and email me. I will leave my email in the description box. I would be more than happy to connect and to work with you. I hope these messages served you. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye. Hey guys, welcome to your reading. If you chose these flowers right here, these flowers are a little bit different than the ones in the intro, but I am recording this part of the reading at a later date than the other ones, and so I actually don't have those original flowers anymore, but I have these, and they're yellow, and they're just as pretty. So I hope you guys don't mind. So we're actually going to go ahead and get right into it. We are going to pull cards for what the current energies might be at this time. So let's take a look. Oh. Okay. Okay, so current energies, this is coming through pretty straightforward. There is a maturation process that I'm seeing here, whereas maybe you may have been a little bit more impulsive before, there was more of like a young type of an energy, a young type of expression that was a little less concerned with anything long term, that lives more for the moment. And so any little passion that may spike up, you may have taken action on that, You may have let that lead, and, it's very carefree, free-spirited, kind of just going with the flow without really attaching yourself to anything along the way in a real, meaningful, or deep way. It was just kind of very on the surface, and maybe you would dabble back and forth here and there, where it was just kind of like, I do what I feel in the moment, and that's it. So you have like a lot of this passion energy. It's very, it's like life force energy. It's actually very potent and very good, to be connected with this, because I feel like this is what moves us forward in life. This is what gives us inspiration and creativity, that fire energy. But if it's not being like funneled or channeled properly, it can be a little bit messy or chaotic or all over the place. It may lack a little bit of structure. It's kind of like sparks flying everywhere versus like one straightforward, direct lightning bolt. And I just feel like there's a maturing of this energy where you're just able to channel it now in a more controlled way, in a more intentional way. So it's more efficient now because it's being like really funneled and directed. It's basically like this passion energy may have had like a level of control over you where you would give into impulses out of excitement, curiosity, a sense of adventure. Now you're able to like pump the brakes, like I just see you're gaining a control. And I'm also seeing like you're sensitive to this too, because maybe you weren't always sensitive to this, because I'm thinking of like a teenager, and teenagers, they think they know everything. I remember when I was 14 years old, nobody could tell me nothing. I thought I had it all figured out. I thought I knew everything. I don't need your advice. I don't need you to tell me anything, so it's kind of like that energy where it's very unaware. So I feel like you have gained like a level of sensitivity to notice now, like, wait a minute, who's in control here? Am I being impulsive right now? Am I just jumping into something without really thinking about it? Is this gonna be a drain on my energy? What kinds of interaction is this? What kinds of exchange is this? Whereas maybe before you didn't really have the awareness to really like reflect on these things, you're getting that ability to do it now, I feel. And it's like a big process of transformation. It's definitely just like it's just a maturity thing. Like I feel like you're just maturing. And what's good about this energy, is that once it is mature and you're able to be in control of it and be able to direct it and funnel it with more purpose and intention, it's a very potent energy. I feel like you're able to get really good ideas, and then you're also able to put them at work, like put them into motion, set it up, make it happen. So it is a highly creative energy, and it's just a matter of like how it's being utilized, where I'm seeing like it's now being utilized in its highest expression. Or that could be like the current transformation that's happening, because I'm seeing movement like currently. So yeah, it's just, instead of these impulses being in control of you, you are becoming aware, sensitive to these things. You're able to pick up on it. So now you're the one that's in control, not your impulses, not like your short-term satisfaction, like there's a word for that. Yeah, like your instant gratification or something like this, like your short-term fix, Now you're not letting this energy spill out as much, and you're just taking it all. You're like taking it all, and you're able to channel it into something very creative. You're just able to channel like really amazing $1 million ideas. and be very successful, passionate and heart-fueled, and be just like a very creative visionary. So it's just like a nice potency here, an intensity. It's fiery, and this is the type of energy that is able to build empires. There's definitely like a change, a newfound belief or awareness about something, or you're just currently going through this initiation process to be more of this developed expression of this energy. So yeah, it's definitely like a new beginning that you may be experiencing in regards to this right now. Like you may be in the midst of this change, of this transformation. And since it is showing up with the Death card, I think there is an element here of still needing to let go of things in the past in order, to further that process of adding energy to new beginnings. It's like we're still on death, on transformation, metamorphosis. So I feel like this younger type of expression is losing energy, and something else is gaining momentum here. And I feel that you're very sensitive to this, because we do have this Queen of Cups energy, which is an extremely intuitive energy, is very emotionally intelligent. And again, it's another card that's talking about leading with the heart, just in a more soft and nurturing type of way. So maybe it's a process, that you've undergone by feeling your emotions and dropping really deep into them, sitting with them, connecting on a deeper level to your emotions, which I think is definitely helping your relationships, because over here at the bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Cups. So I feel like this process that you're going through, it's helping you to be able to connect on a deeper level, even in relationships. I feel like you had to go through, this process to connect deeper to your own emotions, to gain that emotional intelligence, so that then you're able to have empathy and compassion to meet others with that same kind of a depth. It reminds me of that quote that says, people can only meet you at the level that they have met themselves, or people can only meet you as deeply as they've met themselves. That's the exact energy here. So yeah, it's a very deep, foundational change, transformation that you are currently undergoing, and it is going to influence how you funnel your own creativity, as well as affect your personal relationships, as well as your relationship with self, and possibly, your relationship with the divine, with God, with the universe as well. Because this may have been like a very psychic, deep process here, where you may be feeling connected to something else, something underneath the surface, or like picking up on undercurrents through witnessing synchronicities or unexplainable mysteries, that just got you here to this place. Because if you may have been out of touch with your emotions or suppressing your feelings, there may have been like some type of level of denial somewhere. And, maybe that's why you had this energy here with this Knight of Wands, which is this first card right here, where it was very like in and out, more so like on a superficial level, where it didn't really reach a depth. You never really planted any roots. And it's because maybe, you had insecurities around really connecting with others and sharing your vulnerability and your ability to love deeply and have like an actual deep, meaningful connection with people, versus like these like fun, lighthearted type of connections. Okay, so that's current energy. Let's move on to what comforting words of advice does Spirit have to tell you regarding the situation, just to shed some light on how you can continue to navigate this experience. My candle just went out. I'm going to replace it. I knew that was going to happen. I have a replacement right here. So we are going to light that in a second. I see the cards. I think that's better. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay, so the advice from Spirit is to continue to not allow these impulses to take over, to continue to stand your ground, to continue to stay in control, to fight urges, is what I'm seeing here. Because I feel like this energy could still be here, lingering. It could still be trying to express itself through you. Or you could have like a lot of temptation, you know, like the connections or the situations that you've created for yourself, you know, those established little situationships that you had going on. Like, I feel like they're still around and you kind of have to like stand your ground a little bit, or like defend your position. Basically, you just have to say no, or like you just have to like not give in, you know. And you could have a lot of things like poking at you that is asking you to give in, things that you've, like I mentioned, that you've established just from being this way in your past. It's like those aspects could still be popping up, inviting you to continue to give in to that type of an energy, that impulsive type of an energy. Which reminds me of the first reading, like the first pile that I did with the sunflower that was touching on similar themes. I think this pile is a more evolved energy than that pile, but you may like be coming from that place and now you're here undergoing the transformation. But yeah, I feel like this more evolved, mature version that we were talking about, I feel like it's still being cultivated. You're still, you know, like we mentioned, right? Like in the midst of this transformation, like it's still in process. You're still like, I don't know why I want to say incubating, cocooning, like you're in process. You're still in the oven. You're not done yet. And, you know, that's being further reiterated to me with the Seven of Pentacles right here. I feel like maybe it has been a bit of a process for you. It has taken some time, but I do think that you are hearing like a certain type of call, you know, like you're feeling divinely led or pulled to go through this level of maturation. Like this is very divine, very led, divinely orchestrated, very guided. And I see you actively kind of like following the lead, you know, like following the cues, the signs, the synchronicities. Like you're hearing the universe talking to you and you're listening to it and letting your actions be led and guided by what it is that you're feeling. You're letting yourself be led by this higher order or like higher actions, because I think you are someone that's meant to work with many people, or at least in a group. You might lead like a group of people or something, and this is really going to benefit that, you know, like being able to cultivate this empathy, this emotional intelligence to truly connect with others, to really have like that closeness, that bond, like that true connection, to really be able to work well with others and to be like empathic and that type of a leader, you know, where you do have that very nurturing side to you and you just are more self-aware of everything, like of how you come across, how you make others feel, how you speak with people, how you work with people, the type of leader that you are. I just feel like you are leveling up, you are improving, and it's going to reflect again in your relationships. Now, here with this Three of Pentacles, it's showing like group energy, like community energy, whereas before we had the Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck, which was indicating like personal relationships. So I just feel like relationships just across the board are being influenced, changed. Maybe you're building more emotional connections now, like more meaningful, purposeful connections from the heart that are more pure versus like these type of connections that were more like passionate and impulsive, adventurous. You know, you may have considered them to be like more fun and more like exciting and exhilarating. But I feel like you are going through this maturation process where you are now craving more connection, more depth, more emotion, you know, like where you can really reach that depth, you know, just reach that level. Whereas with this energy, it doesn't really look like you were doing that. So yeah, I think that it's just going to improve how you celebrate with people, how you come together, how you share. And this might all still be very new. You might still not really have like a full grasp over what this is going to look like on the other side of this big transformation, you know, because you're still currently like in the midst. I'm seeing that very clearly. So I feel like it's all still kind of like a haze. Just know that this is being divinely guided. It is being divinely led. Continue to follow this pull, you know, like that pull, like the synchronicities where you feel like it's something divine, it's something bigger, but where it just feels like God's hand is at work in this situation, you know? And it is about taking like right action, or I don't like to use the words right or wrong, but I guess like higher action, like holding yourself accountable to take higher action, to continue to be led by this pure connection to source that you are finding yourself having access to in whatever way that's manifesting for you, that's coming through for you. Because this Lover's card also indicates choice. So it's like there is that choice that needs to be made. You know, you need to choose to shift in this direction and fall deeply into trust. That is necessary to move forward, because again, like it doesn't seem that you even have like a clear grasp on what awaits or what is to come. You just kind of have to follow spirit and allow yourself to be aligned and led. And that's exactly what's happening. It's like you're being aligned, you know? So it's like a matter of you allowing yourself to be aligned or resisting that. But I do see that you are allowing it. It's just in the gestational period, like it's still in process. But as far as I can see, I think that you have chosen to move in that direction and to continue to try to build this momentum, you know, this momentum forward. Allow this new energy to enter your life. And of course, with the Lovers being here, it can also be talking about a union, you know, with relationships really being a heavy focus in this reading. It could be talking about like a divine union. And with this Queen of Cups here, it could be like a person that has initiated this for you, like, because I'm seeing like your energy is more like over here, so I'm seeing like you're more of a fire energy. So you're identifying more to me as like a Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Of course, you don't have to be that. That's just the energy that you could be currently embodying at this time. We also have Scorpio energy here. But this transformation, like this whole thing could have been initiated by this Queen of Cups energy. It could be like a love relationship, someone that just like really made you feel, you know, deeper than you've ever felt, you know, like they kind of were able to get to that place where you maybe couldn't access that while you were in this impulsive type of an energy. This person was like able to access something that initiated this whole process for you. And this could be like what you're being aligned to. And I love this card because, you know, the masculine energy is looking at the feminine energy, like looking to take cues from her, looking to be led and guided from her. Because the masculine side of us represents like action. It's more like that doing energy, whereas this feminine energy is more of like that being energy. It's source, you know, because feminine energy is like directly connected to source. That's why she's looking up directly at the angel. So it's like the masculine side is looking to the feminine side, as the feminine side is connected directly to source. And so it becomes very wholesome the way that decisions are made and the actions that are taken. Like the actions are very like high order, like in accordance with the natural laws of the universe. Like they're aligning with that. So it's just like learning how to work with this more feminine, intuitive side that is connected directly to source. Maybe this could even be you, like a process that's happening inside of you versus like it having to be a person, you know, of course, just take it as it resonates. But it's like your divine feminine could be developing here, something that you're being able to tap into now, something that's awakening that you can take cues from. It's like we mentioned before, it's like you're tapping into the undercurrents of things. And you do that by being attuned to this feminine energy. So yeah, it is very beautiful. I think that it could be coming through an external person, like a love relationship, or it could just be inside of yourself and you're like cultivating your divine feminine energy inside, because we all have both. And I see that you're working on bringing yours into harmony, into union, into alignment with each other, because this is how we can operate at our highest expression, is when both of these energies are balanced out and are working together. That's when the magic happens, baby. So yeah, I guess your comforting words, I don't know if I gave you any or if I just like described the situation, but it's just to stay in process. You know, I hope that I was able to give you a little bit of clarity, because I see that you may be confused here about the situation. Like it just seems very like hazy, like dream-like, like you're not sure like what's real, what's not real. And this is how these types of experiences are supposed to feel, because when we're dealing with like the feminine aspect of the universe, you know, it is very mysterious and very like fluid, hard to grasp. So hopefully I could give you like validation or just some insight, some clarity, so that you can stay in process. I feel like that's what Spirit is indicating here, is stay in process, fight the urges. Spirit wants you to stay grounded, to continue to protect yourself, to continue moving forward, charge ahead, to just bravely continue forward. And don't let this energy come in, don't let it win, you know, don't let it take over. Continue to set those boundaries and to defend yourself against that energy, because it's either like you want to continue giving to this or you want to give into like this new energy. So that's where that choice comes in. So Spirit is saying like continue to protect yourself, defend this, and give this like the energy that it needs to continue building momentum, because it has momentum. I see it. It's going. So it's just saying like don't let it get distracted, like defend it, or don't let it get disrupted, because this new version of you is again like in gestation. It's like incubating, still baking up. So just stay in process, okay? Because I feel like you're just like sitting here like, ugh, like am I ever gonna see any changes or any movement here or any sign here that anything is working, you know, something like this. Because look at this guy, he's like, ugh, you know, like, is this even worth it? So just know that it's going to take time. You're still in the midst of this transformation. Be where you are. Allow yourself to be okay with being in the void, with being in this in-between place where you're not at point A anymore, but you're not quite at point B either. Because I do see like some really good developments, some really good changes on the way for you. Okay, so with that being said, let's go ahead and pull an oracle card for you to see if there are any additional messages that Spirit would like to leave you with in regards to this situation. So we have this card right here, and it's called Nematona. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Yeah, I think it's Nematona. But what's crazy to me is that this card right here, this Believe in Yourself card, hope you can see, but it came out like, I think it like actually came out in the first group, and then it was in the bottom of the deck for the second group, and it's in the bottom of the deck again right now. So it's just a very penetrating energy that came through each of the readings. I just had to point that out. But yes, Spirit is advising you to continue to become quiet, to listen, because you are being led to a safe and sacred space. All of these scattered and uprooted energies are being called back home to yourself. So it is asking you to retreat, to create a sanctuary for yourself that you can go to, a safe space, and to protect yourself and protect your boundaries without guilt. This could also be indicating finding an emotional safe space with a therapist or a healer, because again, with this Queen of Cups, that could also be what that is. It could be like a therapist that you're working with that's helping you like go through this. But yeah, it's just like talking about finding a secure container to process your feelings. So maybe you want to create an altar if you don't have one already, a place where you can meditate and connect with the divine, with your ancestors, where you can put out or lay out offerings. It could also be calling you to like clean your home energetically and physically, you know, like to declutter. And, you know, just know that like right now, stability, a nice, peaceful, settled environment will benefit you as you move through this transformation, as you go through this. Like, try to keep yourself as safe and as comfortable and as secure as you possibly can, you know, create those circumstances for yourself so that you can thrive, create those conditions so that you can heal. Well, that was a very beautiful message. But yeah, you guys, I truly hope that this served you. I wanted to quickly remind you that I do offer personal readings. I would love to connect with you. I will leave my email in the description box in case you're interested in reaching out and getting more information. This is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye.